stand-up. And the first thing I do want to say is, if you're a woman, please volunteer. I'm not here because I'm a comedian. I'm here because I'm a woman. There were not enough female acts to balance out the ratio initially, and Claire was like, does anyone have any acts to like kind of balance things out, because there's not a lot of women who signed up. And so I was like, oh, I know someone who could do some stand-up comedy. And it was really funny because like maybe 2 days later, Claire replies to me and she's like, who's your stand-up act? And I was like, it's me. So a lot of maybe women like would tell me like, oh, Katrina, but like, what if I'm not good, or what if I don't have a talent? And to that I say, I'm not asking you because you're talented. I'm asking you because you're a woman. Like, talent, it's not a talent show, it's a coffee house. Like, it wasn't part of the, the initial requirement. Many people sign up, they figure out their talents later. So you can teach us anything. We could lug the projector outside and you can teach us Excel formulas or something like that. Like, I would like to see some women teaching something. But yeah, if you're a woman, like, don't let not having a talent stop you. But men were pretty much good. We get a lot of requests from you guys, so we know you guys are interested, and we'll just sign up for anything. It doesn't have to make sense. It's a coffee house, right? Do you see any coffee? No. Are we in a house? No. It's raining.
That's a really good point.
This whole thing has a very loose relationship with reality. And I signed up to do stand-up not because I think I'm very funny, but I just want someone to listen to me. It's nice, like you kind of just hold people hostage, and they just have to sit there while you're like standing here and like talking about whatever you want, like your day. Like, I really recommend it. There's like nothing you guys can do. I can just stand here and talk for like 5 minutes about whatever I want. It's like a involuntary witness that nobody asked you to do. Yeah, so I started stand-up because I was not working and life was just really hard. So when life is that low, like, and you don't have a job and nothing's going right, like, you kind of just do stand-up because you're like, oh, well, things aren't working out in the first place. Like, if I embarrass myself, like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Because I don't have a job, so it's fine. Like, and so last year was very off the cuff for me, and I was kind of just like, maybe I have like a secret talent so I don't have to go back to a 9 to 5. And God was like, here's a job. So I got a job, and I was like, well, I still don't have a car, so how am I gonna get to work, and how am I gonna be happy? I don't have a boyfriend. And then I just got a car and a job on the same day, and then I got a boyfriend too, which is really funny because last year my whole shtick was like, well, I don't have anything, and like, men kind of suck. And God was like, oh, here's a boyfriend. And I'm like, well, I can't complain about that anymore, so we're gonna have to find something new. Like, oh, well, I don't have a job. And then the job came. And then, like, I guess the worst possible thing for comedy, like, if you're a person in stand-up, that could happen to you, that happened to me, which is like, life started to take a turn for the better. And there's just like, you can't really complain too much after that, because it just sounds like you're being super ungrateful for things like, oh, well, my AC's not working, it's February, it doesn't matter. Like, things that are completely unrelated. So yeah, I just pretty much lost material there. And then I remember my second time, like, after, when you think like, oh, this worked out like one time, because I was like really like not happy, I guess, during that time. And then I did well during my stand-up, so I thought to myself, oh, you know, I did well this one time during this one thing, so you think like, I can do this again, and maybe I'm like good at it. And I did it a second time for like a secular crowd, and it wasn't good, guys. It was like all 50-year-old middle-aged dads. I was not expecting that demographic because my whole entire shtick was like, men are not great. It was like, a guy was like, oh, look, you're with your boyfriend, and it's all men in this crowd. And they were all like, oh, they were complaining about things that I don't really think were that bad. They were like, oh, I have a kid now, and they like, I never had to whip someone's butt before, and then, you know, things that women have been doing for like a long time, so I don't know why it was a big deal. Yeah, and then so I got to the stage, and I wish I could tell you what was going through my mind, but I can't really, because like, once I got up there, I just looked at the faces of like all these guys who just looked tired from like work, and like, it was just super depressing, and I couldn't do it. So my brain just fogged over, and I was like, my name is Katrina, and I'm Catholic. And it was just like silent. It's like, when you bomb, it's like, you feel like you could just die. You're not going to die, which is the sad part, because you kind of just have to sit with a feeling of like, oh crap, like, you know, I could just die right now, but you know you're not going to die. You're going to live long enough to feel the shame of every single joke that didn't land with the crowd, and you were just like waiting for people to laugh, and it's just really sad. And you know it was bad because the acts after me were like, oh, I remember my first time. I wasn't very good either. And I was like, spare me the pain. And it was like 5-10 people after me, so it was like just several acts after that, but everybody was like talking about how they were like once religious, but they're not religious anymore. And I'm like, oh boy. Okay. But they were nice to me afterwards, but like they definitely gave material for the people after me to keep going. You're welcome. So yeah, like I just want to recap, like, if you're a woman, please. I don't think I could do this for another year.
Do it!
I could.
But also, if you're talented, sign up.
If you're not talented, sign up. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.